Hi, I'm Jeff with OneByte Technology. This is part 2 of my RepairDesk review. To reiterate, I was using RepairShopr for about 3 years and decided to take a look at RepairDesk to switch over to something more suitable to a brick and mortar store. So I started looking at RepairDesk and quickly realized there's a big list of pros versus RepairShopr. Decided to make a video to help others narrow down their choice too, because I spent a good month straight of just learning and testing and playing with RepairDesk. So in this part, I want to look at the POS section and invoicing and what we can do from this POS. Again, the POS area in RepairShopr was super basic. I never used it. It was a little bit ugly, and so I just didn't have a use for it, and I knew that I'd have to get into something a bit better if you have a retail store and you need a quick, easy checkout process. So if we flip over to RepairShopr, this is RepairShopr. So what you would have to do is enter your customer name here, select the customer. I mentioned in the last video how annoying it is that the browser autofills a name there and puts it in the way. And then you create an invoice. So from here, I've made my invoice. Now you can add items, you can search for them. Don't think that scanning is going to work. I'll just look for a MagSafe charger. We'll go with that guy. So you add it to the line item. So there we go. You can change the price here. You can, if you click down in here, you can see the cost from the invoice. I notice you can't do that with RepairDesk. That's one little part that I think I'll miss, because sometimes I did need to edit cost of items. Can't think of an example why I need to do that, but there's been a few instances, and even today I meant to do that, and I couldn't in RepairDesk. So that's one little thing that they did. After this, don't do much in an invoice in RepairShopr other than take the payment. Brings you to this page. You have to select this drop-down menu to choose your payment method. I'll just leave it on cash for now, and hit take payment. So that's now done. So that's creating an invoice in RepairShopr. In RepairDesk, this is your point of sale screen. As I mentioned in the first video, it is much closer to a lot of the other retail store specific point of sale programs that I'm used to working with. It is has a good layout. It's very clean, and I was able to pick it up in about 2 seconds what I needed to do. So for your customer, you add your customer here. By default, it's on walk-in customer, but if you want to add a regular customer to the receipt, you can search for them by name or by phone number. I'll try my phone number here. You can select your customer. Then from here, you can scan in your items. I've got a barcode in front of me here. Okay, so I've added my item there. The other thing you can do, if maybe your barcode's not working or something, is you can navigate through the right side here. You can look through your products. You can look at all products or narrow down by category to find it. In RepairDesk, they've split up the inventory between actual products like inventory items and trade-ins. So these are my actual devices, my used devices that I'm selling. So they split those into different categories in RepairDesk, whereas in RepairShopr, all items, whether they're inventoried or non-inventoried, they're all under the same listing. So just an FYI, it took a couple days to wrap my head around that when I was first setting up RepairDesk, but now that it makes sense, it makes sense. So there, I've scanned my items in. Next, you can create an estimate if you just need to create a quote for the customer, and it'll save it under the estimates, or we can check out. So here's our checkout screen. You select your payment method, cash or e-transfer is pretty much all I do these days. And here you can put in your amount. Like if they hand you a $100 bill, you can click the 100. If they add you a $100 bill and a $20 bill, you click both of those, and it does the math for you. So that's great. Going to put it back to full payment. What you can do on the other side here, notifications, yes or no, that's for my customer account, I believe. Whether or not you want it to, I think you can set it up to email automatically, but I haven't played with that. So this was super important to me. How did you hear about us? So this is where I can put, did you see a Google ad? Did you see my Kijiji ads? Or was it a referral? So then, because of the loyalty program that RepairDesk has, you can enter a customer referral. And I've set up my loyalty program so that if I get a customer referral, so if you have had some work done by me before and you tell your friend, and your friend comes to my store to get some work done, and they tell me that, then I can go and look up your name, just put my name in there, and Jeff Baker will earn $5 referral bonus, and I set that amount in the back of the program. So that part there was a really nice touch. Because of how many little repair shops are around, something like this is nice to keep people coming back, besides your outstanding customer service, of course. So that was great. So after this, you'd hit full payment if they give you exact change, or if they're paying with something else, and run it through. And Usman, the CEO, just told me in a message that they are bringing integrated payment options to Canada sometime next week or shortly thereafter. So for those of you currently running in store, that's good news if you want to use RepairDesk and integrated payments. And what that means is, rather than having a separate debit machine, a PIN pad, customer pays for it, spits out the receipt, then you go over here into RepairDesk, you'd click credit card or debit card, and then confirm the payment. With integrated payments, that means as soon as the customer's paid, the system knows their payment was accepted and it puts in the right payment method automatically for you. So that helps eliminate typos, or selecting the wrong payment type, or mistakenly overcharging them on the PIN pad, for example, which is pretty common if you accidentally hit an extra zero or something. So integrated payments are a good thing. So that's the checkout process. It's super simple. The other things you can do from here, I mentioned you can create an estimate, so you just add items to the receipt as usual, but then you create estimate. But under here, there's more actions. So from here, you can hold your transaction. Again, a super handy feature for a brick and mortar store. If they forget their wallet in the car, or they stop to do some further shopping or something like that, you can put this transaction on hold and then resume it later. Self check-in. I mistakenly set up self check-in as the check-in form on my website, thinking that was the right thing, but it wasn't. Self check-in is built so that you can have a kiosk in your store, an iPad, which will allow the customer to self check-in if all your salespeople are busy, or you can send them there to fill out all their own information when they've brought you a repair. So that's what the self-check-in is. So I've got a few of those there I need to deal with and fix. I'm going to hit open on one of the ones that I made, and it then will bring that customer information over and allow you to create a ticket for them. Just continue the process when they've done most of the work inputting it for you. So that is handy. View refunds means it just shows you the list of refunds that have happened, and you can search through them. Your list of estimates are outstanding estimates that you're waiting, so you could then pull that estimate up and ring it through. Gift cards inquiry. So RepairShopr does not have gift cards, so this is a good functionality that RepairDesk offers. And again, I mentioned in the last video, it's not very often that someone needs a gift card for a repair shop, but it's just one extra thing that is nice to have in your wheelhouse. So this button here, Create Inquiry, this is a function of RepairDesk I was really excited about, because it is, can I move that window? No. It is a way to manage customer inquiries, whether it's a phone call or an email or a text or a Facebook message. You can record all those customer contacts in one place. It's like a CRM. So I'll search for myself in here. So let's say Jeff Baker called in It's got a question about, I can't remember where your store is and what time are you open. So what you can do under the inquiry here is they've got in the back end templates set up so that you can have this information pre-filled in an email ready to send to your customer. So this customer already has their email on file, but you could just type in this if it was a new customer. You can send it by email, text, or both. And you can edit this, of course, on the fly, but then you just fire it off. I'll send that to myself. And now your customer has the information they were looking for. Under repairs here, what this is doing is creating a quote for repairs. So if they're calling in and saying, hey, how much is an iPhone 11 screen repair? So I would tell them over the phone, okay, it's $159 plus tax. I'd create the inquiry, and then I'm not going to do it because I already have to erase all the other ones I've started. But it creates this quote that you can then fire off to the customer by email or text. Same with the sales area here. You can look for items, add it to a quote, fire it to the customer. Warranty information, general inquiry, and this is just a blank field. You can type in whatever you need to send to the customer and then fire it away. And then it saves them all under this inquiries area. So you can manage your inquiries there. Okay, so that's something that I will definitely take advantage of because in my examples, I've got people texting me and calling and Facebook message through the business page and through my personal page. And, all of that in somehow, some way we have to keep track of it. So this, I was very happy to see as a function of RepairDesk. Okay, so I am going to actually ring through a transaction here, and we're going to try and do a refund because going over the documentation, it looked quite easy and a much more simplified process than it was in RepairShopr. I had to refund just to fix some invoices a couple times in RepairShopr, and every time was a pain. Just not a good process. So we are, okay, my customer's already in there. I'm going to scan this tag that I have sitting here. All right, so there is my battery. We are going to check out and pay with cash, full payment. Done. So this pops up after you're done. You can have the receipt print automatically, but I don't have a receipt printer here. I just print to my full-size printer. And you also have the option to email. Oh, and this, I actually didn't notice this. Review request by email. I'm going to click that and see what that looks like, because that is super cool. With all my receipts, I include a postcard that, there we go, it talks about what I do: iPhone and iPad repair, MacBook repair, liquid damage and logic board repair. Anyway, I staple that to each invoice that I send out, and on my invoice I have a little thing that says, support small business, please leave me a review on Google or Facebook, and I get a ton of reviews. So that part works, and it'd be awesome if I could send this automatic email that people can just click on to leave a review, because then they won't forget. So that's exciting. So I've done my transaction here. Now we're going to figure out together how to do a refund, because I don't know what to do, but I remember it being pretty easy. So let's try view invoices. So there's my last invoice. Okay, so you view the invoice, you filter and find your invoice, and then you click the button that says refund. And there it is. It's got my item checked. It's showing a -1. Refund details. Let's click that. Yeah, quantity. Reason for return. Okay, just testing. Add the item or part to inventory. Yes, I want to put it back into inventory. I think it was out of inventory to begin with. Or no, it's faulty. So that is very handy. That's awesome to be able to designate that, so you don't have to remember to make an inventory adjustment at the end of the day when you're doing a report or whatever. The system will do it for you, so that's great. So I'm going to hit full refund there. Yeah. proceed. Oh yeah, there's restocking fees you can set up. I won't do that, but if you needed to do a restocking fee for refunds, you could set that up in the system. Yeah, so it's got my negative amount there. I'm going to check out. I'll refund it back to cash, full payment. And that's it. Okay, so that was awesome. That was most impressive and right up there with the best of retail checkout systems. So now, when we go up here, if you want to view your list of invoices, it's under Repairs area, and then it's under Manage Invoices. So here's our Manage Invoices screen. You can see here, there's my paid invoice, refunded invoice. These ones are outstanding. It shows you your totals for the day, like dollar value, and then quantities. Here you can see your total sales. So this is really nice, this dashboard, which RepairShopr did not have, not in the same way at least. You could go to the admin page and see some similar information, but I like having this at the top of my invoices page. Once again, the filtering comes into play with RepairDesk that RepairShopr just doesn't have. You can't really filter in a lot of areas. You can search, but you can't filter and narrow down your options. So here you can filter by email, customer organization, customer group, which is, you can view all your invoices for your B2B clients, and so on and so forth. You can also, where was it here? Product category. You can filter your invoices by product category. So this is all very handy for just viewing information on, certain sales and such. So that's handy. Let's see. Yeah, and then you can reprint and things. So that this screen is pretty straightforward. I'd say it's fairly equal to RepairShopr in just terms of being able to view my invoices, but I appreciate being able to filter through them a bit further. Something I wrote in my notes here is that you can edit with the right permissions an existing invoice that has payment applied. It's something that I only had to do every once in a blue moon, but in RepairShopr, if you needed to edit an invoice because you made a mistake or something, you had to delete the payment before you could edit the invoice. And here in RepairDesk, you can edit the invoice without deleting the payment, and then if for some reason the amounts changed, it'll notify you that they overpaid or underpaid. So you can fix that. But that part was another perk. Okay. Yeah, and that's all I had for the point of sale area and invoicing. The main perk of these areas again was the design and interface of the point of sale. It was just leagues above the way that RepairShopr looks. When we're on the point of sale page, what I was thinking is that once I've moved to brick and mortar and I have staff that are maybe not as tech savvy or they've just started out, this here will walk them through the process of going through a transaction or creating a ticket with very little training. So we've ran through a transaction where somebody bought something. You can also create a ticket from this POS screen. So this POS screen can control all your sales, your ticket creation, your inquiries that are coming in. You can track them from here. So this screen is where your main checkout in the store would just live. So if somebody walks up to the counter with a repair, we're going to set up a repair for this customer whose name is Jeff Baker. Okay. So they've brought us let's say an iPad this time. They've brought us an iPad. So you click into tablet, into Apple, and let's say it is let's go for a mini 1, and we need a screen replacement. Again, this is something that I really loved about the system. That it tells you the repair time. So, because the customer will always ask, how long is it going to take? I've got all my time set to a day. But realistically, an iPad screen will take an hour or less, so you'd have that updated. And then this staff member who's not doing the fixing, they're running your front counter, they can say, this repair is slotted for 60 minutes. Would you like to wait around for it, or would you like to pick it up at a later day? And then they can let the technician know what's happening, but they're able to tell the customer how long that repair should take. So I'm clicking on my screen replacement. We go next. So this is where you can add parts. You can add a part to your repair. I usually don't do this right now. You can also bundle where when you add a repair service, it automatically attaches the screen. But I don't know if it's black or white right now. So I'm not going to attach any parts for the time being. We'll let the technician do that in the back. So here the system requires you to enter the serial number and the PIN or the passcode so you can test. After that, you can apply a warranty to the service, which I think I just neglected to set up with this service in the first place. You can add your notes and any additional items that they're checking in. So I'm leaving this repair as pending. And what information do we need here? Oh, pre-repair conditions. So this is something I've set up in my system that you have to fill in. You have to do a test of the unit to see what is and isn't working before you can create the repair. So I'll just set those all to not working. Confirm. Okay, so now this blue button is lit up. I can create a ticket. So I'm hitting create. It's printed off a label automatically. One of the big perks about RepairDesk is that it has automatic printing with Mac OS because I'm all Mac. And RepairShopr, I couldn't connect any printers directly to it, so I had to file print and manually pick the printer, and it was a big pain. So this automatic printing is fantastic. So that ticket is now done. So you slap the label on the device, carry it back to the tech. I didn't point it out, but there is a spot where you can mark the physical location of the device. So if you put it on shelf 1A, the tech will know, okay, I'll go get it from shelf 1A. So that is creating a ticket from the point of sale in RepairDesk. Once again, I love it. I think it's a great process, really straightforward, and took me a minute to learn, and it will take your staff a minute to learn as well, or pick it up really quickly. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I have more coming up.